we are not rare. But before you leave, you will perceive the lore will be unlocked. You might be stalked by a Sasquatch or a ghost witch, possibly even a ghost that will boast about knowing the Ohio Grassman or even the Michigan Dogman. Werewolves hunt, poltergeists are up front, but in these backwoods folklore is unlocked.
Welcome back to Folklore Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week, we are returning to Alton, Illinois for, I believe, a third week in a row in the McPike Mansion. And like I said, it's located in Alton, Illinois. The original owner was Henery McPike, and he hired architect Lucas Pfeifenberger in 1869 to build the mansion. Currently owned by Sharon and George Ludke, and it's listed on the National Register of Historic Places. And the keynote is that nobody has lived in the mansion since 1954.
You know, it's kind of weird that we have been to Alton, Illinois, and like all these episodes, so there must be something to do with it that's really like a supernatural kind of like place. I don't know.
Yeah, back to back to back weeks.
Mm-hmm. So, the McPikes. So, Henery McPike's ghost reportedly has haunted the mansion since his death in 1910. Then, Henry's mother, Lydia, is a strong presence who likes to be introduced. Henry's first wife, Sarah, also appears. Henry's son, James, has also been seen. And then Henry's daughter-in-law, Jenny, is apparently the trickster that's also been seen.
Yeah, apparently she likes to touch hair and tug earlobes, or tug hair and touch ears.
Okay.
And there are some non-McPike related ghosts. A woman named Sarah, who is believed to have been a personal attendant to the McPike family, believed to haunt the mansion. And 3 children who lived on the property before the mansion was built are also believed to haunt the mansion.
Okay, so maybe it's not the mansion itself that's haunted, but the land it's on, then if they're there.
Yeah, quite possibly that it's just the property keeping the spirits in, not so much the mansion.
So, like we said, there have been reports of hair being tugged, apparitions, shoulders being tapped and touched, ears being touched, cold feeling in the cellar, unexplained footsteps, and doors and objects being moved on their own.
So your very typical haunted mansion, haunted places,
Haunted buildings.
stereotypes. And on to our thoughts, another quick episode this week. But like most old buildings and properties, hauntings will probably develop just because it's an old house dating back to right after the Civil War. So not really surprised that there are ghost stories, but it's the very, very stereotypical ghost stories.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, old houses can be creepy, especially with their creaking and settling and stuff like that. And I understand why they might think of like footsteps being heard, because like what if there were like rats or mice in the attic moving around, or I don't know, wind blowing really hard might kind of move the house a little bit. I don't know. But like we said, it's not really surprising that an old house being seen as haunted.
An old house like the Mineral Springs Hotel, which we covered last week, hasn't been lived in for a long time.
Yeah,
50 plus years for respectively.
which the Mineral Springs Hotel had the thing that there were actual deaths in the hotel, whereas this one, I don't really know for sure if there were any deaths at the house.
Well, none like 2 or possibly 3 self deletions, possibly. So
Yeah, at least the deaths
probably
weren't
not.
as traumatic.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. None is traumatic. But I think that's all we've got for this week. Any last words, Ethan?
Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, leave us a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, drop us a comment and a follow. And we'll see you next week.
You might wake up beside Spearfinger with an extended visit from Jack the Ripper. But if you're lucky, it'll be an angel on that range hill of Louisiana. You might meet Mary Laveau or the Road. At Folklore Unlocked, Austin and Ethan concoct their theory of the eerie and unexplained around the world, sometimes even the underworld. The lore is locked behind secrets, the folklore is meant to be unlocked. The Sokaloo is haunting NC as well as Tennessee. There are many giants that might be clients of the Dark Watchers, who might have psychokinesis. And the phantom time hypothesis is like a phoenix, coming back around again and again. Though is a strain on your brain if you've got more than 2 brain cells in you. Some believe McCartney's dead because they read into the Mandela effect, which is subject to folklore.